first time I went out and I didn't drink alcohol was a complete disaster. I never felt so uncool, so boring, so alone, and it sucked. I cried, and then I thought, well, how in the world can you socialize without drinking alcohol when literally every social occasion revolves around alcohol? But also, booze was giving me such bad anxiety. Honestly, it was crippling me. And I was so embarrassed with the things that I do when I drink that I'd end up second guessing myself. Every interaction I'd worry that I'd said something wrong yet again. Well, now it's been almost 18 months and I haven't drunk alcohol. I made so many mistakes when I stopped drinking alcohol and I learned a whole bunch. So this video is me giving you the tips I wish I knew when I wanted to pull back from alcohol, not drink as much, but I was scared, so scared that I wouldn't be able to socialize without drinking alcohol. So if you feel scared that you're gonna become boring, uncool, you're not gonna be able to have fun without booze, watch this video. Seems crazy to say it out loud, but here's the thing, not drinking kind of makes you a rebel. In fact, you're the cool one because you're the one doing something differently. Everyone else is out there drinking and you're the one going, nah. And as a result, you're anything but boring. You're cooler. So I'd be lying if I said that there weren't some times that I didn't feel a little bit uncomfortable. But by the end of this video, you'll walk away realizing that you can actually socialize without alcohol and not feel left out. Socializing revolves around drinking alcohol, but do you actually enjoy it? Sure, you feel buzzed after a glass of wine or two, but notice how you feel after. The anxiety, the struggle to put sentences together, falling all over the place. If you've ever been the sober one at a party, you probably notice people act so differently when they drink, and not in a cute way. All right, number one, if you feel like you need alcohol to have fun, then it's a clue that the things that you do when you drink alcohol, you don't actually find them fun. Maybe the people you hang out with when you drink alcohol, maybe they're boring. Maybe their jokes really suck. And if you need a drug to make them seem more interesting, then they are the problem. You don't need to go and drink alcohol to try and make them sound more interesting than they are. Maybe you do not enjoy going and spending your entire weekend inside a pub with loud music. Maybe that's just not fun to you. Number two, try this phrase, I'm just going on a little break. Because I know how it is. Your buddies are gonna ask you, why aren't you drinking alcohol? Tell me everything. Are you never drinking? Are you sober? And it can feel incredibly overwhelming and intimidating, and you do not need to commit to doing that. This is just a booze break, not a life sentence. So you can just tell them, I'm just going on a little break from booze. That's all you have to say. And generally, I find that that means that people stop asking all those intrusive questions. Number three, you are going to build up the courage to say no. Here's something I learned in 33 years of living. I can't believe it took me so long to realize this, but here we are. Discomfort in life is completely unavoidable. You simply get to choose which discomfort you get in life. So there's the discomfort of drinking alcohol and of course the fun that comes with it, but all the discomfort in the hangover that you feel, the regret, the remorse, the shame, the guilt, oh my goodness, it's a heck of a long list of things that you don't love about drinking alcohol, and that's uncomfortable. But there's also discomfort in sitting with the idea of having to say, no thanks, I don't want to have a drink. I'm not drinking right now. I'm taking a little bit of a break. That is uncomfortable. You can see you've got two choices. You are now at a crossroads where you can choose which discomfort you want in your life. All right, so point number four, instead of pinning all the things that you would like to do on Pinterest and then never actually doing them, I want you to start actually doing the things you've always dreamt of doing. So often when our weekends are taken up by drinking alcohol, it doesn't actually leave much room to live the big adventurous life that you see on TV, that you've always dreamt of living. But now think about it, if you stop drinking for a bit, think of all the money you will save. The money on the Ubers and the taxis to get where you're going, the drunk impulse purchases that you're making. One of my friends recently quit drinking alcohol for a bit, and she literally got a jar and she started putting money into it every single time she would go out that she wouldn't drink. So $50 notes, $100 notes, however much you think you spend when you go out, that's how much I want you to put inside your jar. By the end of a month, she had so much money. And I want you to do this. And I want you to imagine that all that money you've just popped into your jar, whether or not it's a jar or it's a savings account online or however you want to do it, you can take that money and you're allowed to go and reinvest it in yourself. Think about the kinds of things you can do. That is now your self-care funds. Think of the weekends away you can now afford, the dinners out, the meditation retreat if that's your vibe, or getting more massages. Whatever it is that fills up your cup, you now have all these extra funds. And in a way, it's like girl math. This is free money. Go use your free money on yourself. It's all yours. Now, for me, I had this vision in my mind of playing beach volleyball. Every time I'd walk past the beach, I'd see these people and they looked like they were having so much fun, listening to music. And I was like, I could be one of those people who are playing beach volleyball. So I signed up to a class. I used my free money that I got from not drinking alcohol. I'm paying for lessons, and I am now one of those very cool people on the beach. I am still very bad at beach volleyball. I just want the record to show I am very terrible, but I am having lots of fun. Now, I have so many more tips that I want to be able to share with you, so stick around in this video. But if you haven't yet, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It is such a small but incredibly helpful thing you can do to help ensure that I keep creating content totally for free for you, to give you some tips to make your life a little bit easier. And if you have a question that you would love to ask, please leave it in the comments below. Hopefully I can get to it and I can respond to you. And maybe I'll even create a whole video answering your questions specifically. Now back to the video. All right, point number 5 is to change what time of day you socialize. It can have a huge difference on how you drink alcohol. So often when we are going, we're schmoozing, we're boozing. It's in the afternoon, it's in the evening, we're catching up for drinks, we're going out for dinner. As a result, it's so easy for one drink to turn into 20 drinks and for you to wake up the next morning going, what did I do yet again? Instead, a simple thing that I found really useful is to ask my friends if they were keen to catch up in the morning. So we can catch up for a morning walk or go for brunch, or even going for a walk in the afternoon. Yes, it's still at the same time of day, but you're far less likely to end up going to a bar afterwards, or at least I am with my friends. So thinking of activities that don't involve sitting in a club, a bar, or a restaurant is going to save you a lot of money and make it so much easier for you to drink less alcohol. Number 6 is that you have to expect that people are going to be curious. I think about it like this. If my friends stopped drinking coffee, I'd want to know, why aren't you drinking coffee? Because I love coffee. So when people ask you, it's kind of handy to have a little bit of a response. For me, I like to think about all the benefits that not drinking is giving me at the moment. So it has totally eliminated my anxiety. It has made me feel like I have so much more mental clarity and focus, and that just feels so valuable to me. And if you think about alcohol, it has these really crazy and huge impacts on things like our serotonin and our dopamine levels. And it's so funny because we often think that alcohol is going to make us feel really good, right? We have fun while we're doing it. But you have to think about the way that the brain works when you have that first sip of alcohol. In those first 10 minutes, you are going to get a big release of serotonin. Remembering that's that feel-good hormone that's going to make you feel talkative and relaxed. But after you've had that first drink, those first 10 minutes, that serotonin level is going to start to dip. And it doesn't matter how many drinks you have afterwards, you are never going to be able to get back to that first serotonin high. And so we spend the entire night chasing how we felt when we had our first drink, when we felt tipsy and excited. Plus, the next day, you're going to be in a dopamine and serotonin depletion. You feel really good when you're drinking alcohol. You feel equally as bad when you're recovering from the side effects. Just while we're at it, also just thinking about your gut health. When you drink alcohol, it can totally mess with your gut health. And as a result, it impacts your immune system. So you might find that when you're drinking alcohol, you get sick quite often. You're not as robust as you could be. You might not be sleeping as well because alcohol is mucking up with your REM cycles. So if you've been drinking, you're going to be waking up frequently during the night, and you're going to wake up with that groggy feeling. I mean, you're certainly going to be hungover, but you're also going to feel like part of that is due to the fact that you just had a really bad night's sleep. And as I talk about in my book, Your Weight is Not the Problem, sleep really is the cornerstone of health. It is hard to be your best self when you are not getting quality sleep. And just remembering, if you are not getting enough energy from sleep, from good quality sleep, your body is going to try and get energy from anywhere that it can. And the easiest way to get energy is from food. So it's going to boost cravings for the very foods you're trying to avoid. That's why sleep is so important. And alcohol, totally messes up with your sleep. Number 7, and this took me way too long to realize, when other people make comments about you not drinking alcohol, it's actually just a reflection on them and their relationship with alcohol and how guilty, ashamed, or bad they feel about the fact that they drink alcohol and it doesn't make them feel great in their lives. Number 8, and this is a biggie, I want you to ask yourself, can you actually have fun without alcohol? I mean, think about it. Why do you actually drink alcohol? I drink alcohol because I want connection with others. I want a fun experience. I want memories. I want all these things. You can get all these things without drinking alcohol. Let me tell you what you don't crave. You don't crave paying $25 for an overpriced drink. You don't crave the bartender looking you up and down to check whether or not you're okay to drink something. You do not crave the loud sounds inside a pub and straining to hear what your friends are saying and only for them to forget what you just told them because they're too drunk to remember it. You don't crave those moments. You want intimate conversations with friends, and you can do that without alcohol. You want special memories, and those can happen in the morning, during the day, and even at night without alcohol being the key ingredient. You can create this connection, have these special moments without needing to drink booze. Here's what I want you to do. See if you can have fun without drinking alcohol. This weekend, whatever's coming up next, I want you to go, all right, I'm just not going to drink for this weekend, and ask yourself, can I still have fun doing the things that I normally do? I want you to see if you can swap a handful of tipsy feel-good moments for a booze-free high that doesn't wear off. So if you're sitting there watching this video thinking, I should probably drink less alcohol, but I have no idea how, then I'm gonna leave a link to my free quiz to work out what kind of drinker you are. And I'll be giving you some free tips so you can create a healthier relationship with alcohol. All right, everyone, thanks for watching this video. And if you aren't already following me on Instagram, I'm nude_nutritionist. I promise you, there are no nude photos, but you're welcome to come on Instagram and check out for yourself. I'll see you next time.